I'm Shannon McGee, franchise owner with Network in Action here in Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee. And today I have Aaron Peters with Tech Squared with us. His official title is Storyteller. So it seems like a great place to start. Aaron, tell us how you get the title Storyteller and tell us kind of how Tech Squared got started, how you guys are different.
Sure, Shannon. Thank you. Storyteller comes from a comfort level. I don't have any discomfort with saying kind of where we started, how I started, and what my life is like. Tech Squared was born out of an inherent drive to protect the vulnerable from early childhood beginnings. CEO Sean Peters, my brother, and myself both worked outside of the house of a single parent, single mom home of 5 kids to maintain the feasibility and functionality of the house. So that just drove both of us to recognize that there are vulnerabilities throughout society, and especially as it relates to business, that people may not be aware of, and that is where our Protect the Vulnerable mission for Tech Squared originated, and where and why it's so, I used this word earlier, prescient upon us to help those that don't see those vulnerabilities and blind spots.
It's really interesting because it's a competitive marketplace in tech, but your story is so different, like so focused. That protect the vulnerable, you take to a very, very detailed level. Like we were even talking about clients you work with. Tell us a little bit more, like this is more than just a tagline of let us secure your computers. This is very much an inherent part of who you guys are, not just as a company, but as people.
As individuals, that's correct. My wife will actually chide me at times because she does Instagram and certain other posts, and she said, "I know no numbers, no specifics." She likes to record herself, which is fantastic. I love that comfortability. I love that vulnerability. What I don't want, and we don't do it with our clients, is anything that we do, we don't want to create a vector or a what we would call an attack surface to somebody that we're responsible for their protection, for their security. And that can be any, and we look at so many different nuanced vectors into businesses, be it your phones, be it your computers or your networks or your website. We want to always be sure that we're covering your basis, because it's not just your basis. It goes from our protection to your business, to your clients, to their data. And being able to literally parse that down and say, okay, are we doing what we say? Yes. Originally, our tagline, because you brought it up, was reduce stress and add value. And that didn't fit, to your point, Shannon, of who we are. And when we literally sat down and brainstormed around the protect the vulnerable and what that really meant, we're like, yes, that's, I mean, we partner with many nonprofits, and we do that because of the heart that we have for those that are more vulnerable. And that, to your point, leads into every aspect of our life.
So besides the fact that you don't promote who you're working with because you feel like that's a protection for them, there are a lot of the words you use in others. We talk about this story. If I may, what do you feel like your military background brings both to your company and the benefit to your clients? Because I hear this passion, but this detail as well. So, tell me a little bit about the military tie-in.
One of the things that I'd wager to say the majority of psychologists will say of children of divorced families, they always seek structure. They may not recognize it at times. Certainly, I didn't as a kid. Um, Many times you see stats of children of divorce being so much more likely to end up in a trouble with the law, trouble in school, trouble things like that. Um, we were no different. We had difficulty with authority, and the military really to your point, bore down on that and gave me that structure, gave me that focus, and gave me that drive to say, okay, this is who I am as a result of what I've learned from my circumstances. So it was simply, if you will, a bolt on to what was already being cultivated and curated by, you know, God, if I can say it that way, is simply the uh, faith aspect of our lives was huge. And as a result, that was kind of a default was how do I live in this world with this history? Oh, okay, here's a pathway that gives you that structure, gives you that focus, gives you that drive um, to do what I've created you to do, which is to protect the vulnerable.
I love that because honestly, I hear it. And every time I speak with you, I hear this attention to detail, the structure, the importance, the security of even things beyond what you guys do as a company. And I love that focus on protecting the vulnerable. That means so much more than, I don't mean this to sound bad, just your IT company. This is inherently who you are, and you bring so much more to the table than in this seriousness, um, in detail level than others would experience. So if someone wanted to get a hold of you, Aaron, what's the best way to reach you?
So, because we are an IT firm, we have fun with email addresses. Mine, best one to get a hold of me via email is Aaron at tsi.rocks, ROCKS. So AARON at TSI, Tech Squared Incorporated, dot rocks, ROCKS. Or the easier way is to call or text a cell phone is 629-910-9009. And again, because we are a tech company, that's my desk phone, cell phone, text phone. It's all in one. You can get a hold of me.
I love it. Well, Aaron, thanks for joining me today. It's so great to hear more of your story and learn more about how you're serving others, and really enjoy having you part of our Network and Action community.
Shannon, I appreciate your time, and you just heard my dog bark as well. So take care of yourself. Have a great day.
Thank you.